Brian Sensei here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to format pictures that you insert into Microsoft Word. This includes things like adjusting the text wrapping around the picture, cropping the picture, and applying effects to your picture. Let's check it out. Okay, so here I am in Microsoft Word on the desktop. And I have a document open here about the history of rock music.
Excellent!
Now, typically, to insert an image, you're going to go on up to the Insert tab in the ribbon and make sure your cursor is located where you want the image to be placed. And then we'll click on Pictures. And I have a lot of options here, but I'm going to upload from my device. All right, and I have this nice banner here that goes along with the theme of the document. So I'm going to insert this. And so you can see this nicely fits all the way across the document and provides a nice top banner for the document. Okay, now further down the document, we get into the section on rock's origins. And so here they talk about the beginnings of rock and roll. And they mentioned Chuck Berry, who's one of the early pioneers of rock music. So I'm going to insert a picture of Chuck Berry. I'm going to put my cursor here at the beginning of this paragraph. I'll go back up to Insert, Picture from this device. And here we have our picture of Chuck. I'll insert it. All right, so this is filling the whole width of the page, which is a little too large for me. I actually want this to be sized down a little bit so it's not taking up so much space on the document. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and click into the corner here, click and hold and drag inward towards the opposite corner and make this a little bit smaller. All right, that looks good. Now, here's the thing though. Notice that I've got all of this white space here that really is kind of wasted. And what I'd like to have happen is I'd like the text to start here and come down and wrap around the picture. And so what I can do is make sure I've clicked the picture once, and then you'll see this option pop up here, Layout Options. You'll also find it up in the ribbon Picture Format, and over here it's called Wrap Text. And what this will do is provide these different options, and as you mouse over them, you'll see a preview of how this will affect your document. And so if I click on Square, that's going to look nice and tight, and my text wraps around it nicely, and this looks really good. Now, what if you want your image over on the right-hand side of the document? You can do that as well. Simply click and drag the image over to the right-hand side, get it where you want, and drop it. You could even put this right in the middle of your document if you wanted to, although that doesn't look very good. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this back over to the left-hand side. This looks a lot cleaner. And you do have some other options in here depending on the shape of your image. For example, if your image was not rectangular shaped, you could actually use Tight, which will wrap around the exact shape of your image. All right, so that's the text layout options. Now, another nice feature is crop. And so you can see we could crop out the left-hand side of this image because there's just a lot of blank space here. So I'm going to make sure I've clicked the image once. I'm going to go up to Crop under Picture Format. And notice here now I've got these handles that I can drag in to crop the image. So I'm going to bring this about right here. And then I'll go back up to the Crop button and click it again to apply it. All right, that looks good. Notice though that the picture did not shift left for me, so I'll go ahead and drag this over to the left, get it where I want, and yeah, that's looking real nice. Now, another feature we have is to remove the background. So I'm going to click on the image once, make sure we're under Picture Format, and then over here on the left we have Remove Background. I'll click this once. And what's going to happen is it will highlight in pink the areas that it thinks should be cut from the image to remove the background. Now, it doesn't always do a perfect job, but what you can do is click on Mark Areas to Keep, and then you can draw over the areas that were highlighted pink, but you actually would prefer to keep these. This isn't always a perfect science, but you can try this out and see if it works okay with your images. All right, I think we've got it where we want it. And so now I'm going to come back up here to the toolbar and I'm going to click on Keep Changes. And once I do that, you'll notice it has deleted those highlighted areas of the image. Now, here's where this text wrapping can get really interesting. Now that this is no longer a perfect square shape, we can click back on our layout options and we can go with tight. And you'll notice here now that the text gets in closer to the object of the image because we've deleted out the background. Now that doesn't look good, so I'm actually going to go back to this option for my text layout. All right, so now another option you have here for your picture effects is, again, under Picture Format, next to Remove Background, we have Corrections. And so this is where you can sharpen or soften the image. And you can see as you mouse over these, it provides a preview on the document of what they look like. Then we have brightness and contrast. We also have color. So this can be kind of fun if you want to recolor the image. I'm going to go ahead and undo that and keep it as is. Then we have artistic effects. So these are things like marker, pencil grayscale, pencil sketch. So these are kind of artistic renditions. And then finally, we have transparency. And so if you want part of the image to be transparent so that you can see part of what's in the background, you have those options as well. Okay, and that is how you manage images within a Word document.
Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.